Chapter 6 Heights that may be attained. Dear youth, what is the aim and purpose of your life? Are you ambitious for education that you may have a name and position in the world? Have you thoughts that you dare not express, that you may one day stand upon the summit of intellectual greatness, that you may sit in deliberative and legislative councils and help to enact laws for the nation? There's nothing wrong in these aspirations. You may, every one of you, make your mark. You should be content with no mean attainments. Aim high and spare no pains to reach the standard. Religion, the basis of life. The fear of the Lord lies at the foundation of all true greatness. Integrity, unswerving integrity, is the principle that you need to carry with you in all relations of life. Take your religion into your school life, into your boarding house, into all your pursuits. The important question with you now is how to so choose and perfect your studies that you will maintain the solidity and purity of an untarnished Christian character, holding all your temporal claims and interests in subjection to the higher claims of the gospel of Christ. You want now to build as you will be able to furnish, to so relate yourself to society and to life that you may answer the purpose of God in your creation. As disciples of Christ, you are not debarred from engaging in temporal pursuits, but you should carry your religion with you. Whatever the business you may qualify yourself to engage in, never entertain the idea that you cannot make a success of it without sacrificing principle. High responsibilities. Balanced by religious principle, you may climb to any height you please. We would be glad to see you rising to the noble elevation God designs that you shall reach. Jesus loves the precious youth, and He is not pleased to see them grow up with uncultivated, undeveloped talents. They may become strong men of firm principle, fitted to be entrusted with high responsibilities, and to this end, they may lawfully strain every nerve. Never commit so great a crime as to pervert your God-given powers to do evil and destroy others. They are gifted men who use their ability to spread moral ruin and corruption. But all such are sowing seed that will produce a harvest which they will not be proud to reap. It is a fearful thing to use God-given abilities in such a way as to scatter blight and woe instead of blessing in society. It is also a fearful thing to fold the talent entrusted to us in a napkin and hide it away in the world. For this is casting away the crown of life. God claims your service. There are responsibilities for everyone to bear, and we can fulfill life's grand mission only when these responsibilities are fully accepted and faithfully and conscientiously discharged. Influence of religion. Says the wise man, remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, but do not for a moment suppose that religion will make you sad and gloomy and will block up the ways to success. The religion of Christ does not obliterate or even weaken a single faculty. It in no way incapacitates you for the enjoyment of any real happiness. It is not designed to lessen your interest in life or to make you indifferent to the claims of friends and society. It does not mantle the life in sackcloth. It is not expressed in deep-drawn signs and growths. No. Those who in everything make God first and last and best are the happiest people in the world. Smiles and sunshine are not banished from their countenance. Religion does not make the receiver coarse and rough, untidy and uncourteous. On the contrary, it elevates and ennobles him, refines his tastes, sanctifies his judgment, and fits him for the society of heavenly angels and for the home that Jesus has gone to prepare. Let us never lose sight of the fact that Jesus is a wellspring of joy. He does not delight in the misery of human beings, but loves to see them happy. Christians have many sources of happiness at their command, and they may tell with unerring accuracy what pleasures are lawful and right. They may enjoy such recreation as will not dissipate the mind or debase the soul, such as will not disappoint and leave a sought after influence to destroy self-respect or bar the way to usefulness. If they can take Jesus with them and maintain a prayerful spirit, they are perfectly safe. Our stewardship of talents. Young friends, the fear of the Lord lies at the very foundation of all progress. It is the beginning of wisdom. Your Heavenly Father has claims upon you, for without solicitation or merit on your part, He gives you the bounties of His providence. And more than this, He has given you all heaven in one gift, that of His beloved Son. In return for this infinite gift, He claims of you willing obedience. As you are bought with a price, even the precious blood of the Son of God, He requires that you make a right use of the privileges you enjoy. Your intellectual and moral faculties are God's gifts, talents entrusted to you for wise improvement, and you are not at liberty to let them lie dormant for a want of proper cultivation or be crippled and dwarfed by inaction. It is for you to determine whether or not the weighty responsibilities that rest upon you shall be faithfully met, whether or not your efforts shall be well directed and your best. We are living in the perils of the last days. All heaven is interested in the characters you are forming. Every provision has been made for you that you should be a partaker of the divine nature, having escaped the corruption that is in the world through lust. Man is not left alone to conquer the powers of evil by his own feeble efforts. Help is at hand and will be given every soul who really desires it. Angels of God that ascend and descend the ladder that Jacob saw in vision will help every soul who will to climb even to the highest heaven. They are guarding the people of God and watching how every step is taken. Those who climb the shining way will be rewarded. They will enter into the city of their Lord. A high ideal to reach. Higher than the highest human thought can reach is God's ideal for His children. Godliness, godlikeness is the goal to be reached. Before the student, there is open a path of continual progress. He has an object to achieve, a standard to attain that includes everything good and pure and noble. He will advance as fast and as far as possible to every branch of true knowledge. But his efforts will be directed to objects as much higher than mere selfish and temporal interests, as the heavens are higher than the earth. Channels of God's grace. It is the privilege of every soul to be a living channel through which God can communicate to the world the treasures of His grace, the unsearchable riches of Christ. There is nothing that Christ desires so much as agents who will represent to the world his spirit and character. There is nothing that the world needs so much as the manifestation through humanity of the Savior's love. All heaven is waiting for channels through which can be poured the holy oil to be a joy and a blessing to human hearts.